This would apparently be Princess Mantis's video on, it says AI. Okay, well, I don't care. This is Princess Mantis's video on Mike from PA. And I have no idea what this video is about. I was gonna watch this video on stream. I thought it might be interesting to cover. So here I am, to be honest. So yeah. Mike from PA, we need him. Big text, totally based. Would you ever do NY Times connections on stream? I could, sure. But that's just one more tradition onto the list of traditions I do every stream at this point. The
In
Internet
today's
Holy
video,
War.
we will be discussing Mike from PA, also known as Central Committee, aka the Couch Whisperer.
I'm so happy Princess Mantis exists. There just needs to be more people covering the Snarkers, and I feel as though Princess Mantis is just one step in an otherwise long line of steps to take down the Snarkers. I think there needs to be a coordinated effort to take them down. There has to be a group of content creators out there who is willing to put forth their docs, okay? Risk getting doxxed, risk getting whatever, okay? In order to take down the most heinous people in this entire space, okay? I don't know if Mantis does this, but she seems based, to be honest, I think. The time that Princess Mantis did cover Queeman, I still remember the line, Queeman looks as though he lost in a debate with his bedroom. Perfect. It's just creativity. Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
We will be covering his career arc from failed politician to Hassan-adjacent couch priest, his involvement in the Internet Holy War, of course, his recent meltdown over moist critical, and Queequee's crash out over my Sistine Chapel. So hide your couch and welcome back to the Internet Holy War, where I investigate internet men so women know not to date them. Today we are entering the
chill.
Mike from PA cinematic universe. God help us all.
Hit it.
From PA, he doesn't wear pants. The camera doesn't show it, cause he doesn't dance.
This is the proper use of AI, okay? Why do people hate on AI so much when you can use AI to make songs that roast your ups? This is the best possible use of it. I want to see more of this. I want to see more of people using AI to roast people. Absolute cinema, dude. Holy.
So if you scroll back through Mike from PA's
Wait!
timeline, you'll
I want the full Queeman. I want the full Queeman song. I just want the full Queeman song. Okay? I want the full Queeman song because I remember the Queeman song is a thing, and I want to hear a Queeman song. Okay? I want to
He
know.
was streaming as far back as like 6 years ago under the Mike from
Jesus
PA shtick,
Christ.
where Mike was having a friendly debate with Destiny over stock buybacks. And looking back on these VODs, I'm just glad I was never a part of this internet history. It was a different kind of internet back then, but I wouldn't know what it was like because I was employed, not to brag. I had a job.
Employed?
Yep. Princess Mantis was putting flies in the bag. You know, it's hard for chronically online people like Mike from PA to understand what it's like to go
It's okay. It's okay. Putting fries in the bag is objectively good. Okay. Sorry, I'm picking out like the best sword. It's not.
for
What am I
bike
doing?
rides, or swim in a lake, or be a politician, or have a job, or talk like a human being without saying liberal, or experience the gentle kiss of vitamin D. And as we'll see later,
Museflute is my doobie, but without the child trafficking.
Mike gives Charlie shit for being able to enjoy the sunshine, obviously out of jealousy. But his history on the internet is a far longer
You have a
one.
knife?
Mike's real
I
name
wish.
is Michael Bayer. He went to the University of Pittsburgh School of Law.
Everybody call him Michael Bayer from now on, okay? Michael Bayer.
Graduating in 2013. Then in 2014, he ran for a U.S. House seat against Justin Simmons. Apparently, Mike had previously been registered as a Republican before switching to Democrat. Now,
Yeah?
I'm not saying people can't change. Obviously, they can. I used to think bangs were a good idea, but for a guy who now
I just thought we were memeing. Oh no, don't worry. I was like, oh my god, that came out of nowhere. So just had to make sure. Okay, you're fine. You're good. This communications is important. Okay, communication is so important. I have to tell other people to communicate something to you.
free to liberalism as a parasite.
I like
it's
communication.
It's interesting to see his origins. During the campaign, there was controversy over Mike listing his occupation as
That was the guy
media,
from Session?
despite not
Oh.
having
Bear
passed
from
the
PA.
law. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court tried
Mike Bearer. Mike Bearer. Not Mike Bayer. Mike Bearer. Get it? Because Bear from Obsession and his last name is Bear, which sounds like bear. It's just Mike Bear from Obsession. And instead of saying from PA, you can say from Obsession. Mike Bear from Obsession. Get it? You get the joke now? Do you get the joke now? Do you fucking get the joke now?
To remove him from the ballot altogether, but he stayed on because it was treated as a good faith mistake. But later, Mike explained this was an issue caused by the Democrats, which is honestly pretty funny because it highlights his hatred for liberals. Like, the man came out of the womb and said, this was Nancy Pelosi's fault. Mike lost the election, getting around 38.9% of the vote, which is honestly not that bad. After that, he started building an online presence. He called it, which is honestly not. Mike lost the election, getting around 38.9%.
He got 38.9% of the votes? That is not bad at all. I thought he would end up with like 10 votes or like less than 1% type shit. Oh my god, what a downfall, bro. Like, you have to start so high to drop so low. It's such a shame, honestly. Mike used to look decent back then when he was thin. Now he's busted and obese. He wasn't even thin back then. I think he's like, fuck. No, he just looks normal back then. Like, actually normal. I mean, you can make fun of how he's incel phenotype, but
percent of the vote, which is honestly not that bad. After that, he started building an online presence. He called into the Majority Report with approved Jew, Sam Cedar, who is honestly like a spin-off saint in the Holy War. Anyways, apparently Mike became a producer, and by around 2019, he was streaming more seriously under the Mike from PA persona. This is where Mike begins entering leftist streamer spaces, and one of his earliest big
Bear from Obsession.
recurring arcs was Bad Bunny. And wow, I'm not trying to be mean. Actually, I am. That's a lie. I'm trying to be a little mean. Okay, but he's peak simp.
I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched like a vampire touching holy water.
can I help you?
Okay, he has the energy of a man who would like carry someone's purse and then write a 10-tweet thread about mutual.
That is bear coded. That is bear coded. I'm sorry, but that is bear coded. Okay, that is bear coded. I'm sorry. That is bear coded. Bear from Obsession coded. Okay.
And then there's the couch.
Good, oh my god. Yeah. Just feels good.
What did you just do?
Jesus Christ.
Why is this couch now moved? Did you just hit the couch?
Oh, I just moved the couch back. I just nudged it.
First of all, justice for the couch. Second of all, this is such a perfect clip. This is a perfect drama for the slop bucket. Everyone needs to start punching more couches. Okay, I need content. Mike says he nudged it the same way I nudged my way through an entire live feed of this family of owls. They just so cute.
Yes, the Bad Bunny cringe never be forgotten.
Me Split, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate it. Dude, I should have Princess Mantis on stream. At this point, I think we watched enough videos to have her on stream, to be honest.
Cute. Then there are the clips where Bad Bunny appears uncomfortable with his touchiness and tells him to keep at an arm's length.
Great, from now on I need you to use one arm's length away from me. Put your arm out. If you can touch me, you're too close to me.
Eating crackers. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore.
What are you gonna do? Continue to be annoying?
This is where I want to be careful, okay? I'm not claiming I know the full nature of their relationship. I wasn't there. I was probably doing something healthier, like having a job or drinking water. But every woman has been in a scenario like this, okay, where you think you're friends with the guy, he starts getting touchy and weird, and you like maybe like him as a person and as a friend, but obviously he takes it too far, it gets weird, and then you have no choice but to divorce him as a friend. Well, I thought we were dating because she let me fix her OBS settings. And listen, I get delusions occasionally. Okay, I once thought a man loved me because he flew across the country, asked me to marry him, bought me a house, and had 150 babies with me. But then it turned out he just liked me as a friend. So I get it. It's okay though, because I ate his corpse. Around 2020, Mike and
I love the sense of humor.
Destiny were still in the same general debate ecosystem. Mike was a Bernie guy, Destiny was supporting Biden and Pete Buttigieg. At one point, Mike made this weird claim that Pete, being ashamed of being
She's so cool. She's very Duckbringer coded, isn't she? Princess Mantis is very Duckbringer coded, right? Is it not? This is very, oh, I'm just a worm. I'm just a worm. I decompose the plants. type energy.
Being gay came out after the Supreme Court gay marriage decision. The problem is Pete came out before the Supreme Court decision.
I mean, I can easily defend the position that the DNC is implacably opposed to Bernie, and the timing of things has been at least interesting enough to comment on. And the other thing is like about Pete being ashamed that he's gay, something I said last night, which is obviously true because he remained in the closet until 2015, which is an unbelievable thing for a political figure to remain in the closet.
A military guy from Indiana? God damn it! How fucking stupid would you have to be to say something like this?
He's obviously he felt ashamed of his sexuality in 2015. Came out after the
Yo, this is crazy to say, dude. I cannot believe Mike said this. I didn't even realize that Mike said this. I don't even know. I didn't even know that Mike said this. The fact that Mike said this was fucking nuts, bro. Yeah, closet shaming. I saw in fucking DG chat like years ago. Closet shaming. It's so fucking disgusting. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is wrong with you, man?
Gay marriage decision of the Supreme Court. That's just an objective fact.
Now, what Mike said there is indeed not an objective fact. Pete came out of the closet 10 days before the Supreme Court ever made that decision.
This is going to become a theme because Mike has the confidence of a man who microwaves soup. So who is Mike from PA really? He's a former political candidate, a law school graduate, an early bred tuber, former Majority Report guy, a Bernie-era debate bro, and a Hassan orbiter. He's not stupid.
Yikes.
He can make good points, and sometimes he's even correct, but he also looks and acts like a comic book villain. This is not mentioning when he called Jews demonic, but we'll get into that later.
Mike from PA, he doesn't wear pants. Said Jewish was demonic, now nobody chance. Hold up.
Mike's popularity has fluctuated drastically. If you
Dude, what? Dude, can I have the full song? I want the full song though.
scroll through his old VODs, you can see him getting thousands of views. Then only a few hundred, then back to a few thousands when the Israel-Palestine nuke dropped. Mike is part
Did he actually have a family? Did he actually have a family? Mike?
of the Hassan
I'm like a HP speed wall ground bug, which is not competitive in the meta. That's okay.
extended universe.
Most Jewish-looking jagoff is anti-Semitic. I know, right? Holy shit. So the confusion comes from a namesake in the online streaming community. Also, Mike from PA, Michael Byer, has a well-documented tumultuous past and professional association with a Twitch streamer handle named Bad Bunny Nicole. Oh, it's on the GG Wiki.
He is one of those figures who orbits around Hassan's political ecosystem, defending Hassan, attacking Hassan's enemies, and interpreting every criticism of Hassan as if somebody tried to burn down a church.
Stop! Don't send that to me. This is like the girl and her moderator in the car levels of cringe. How did this not make it the NIMS cringe of the year compilation?
At first, Hassan apparently found Mike cringe too, which honestly,
until he started sucking his dick.
Rare Hassan W. There are clips of Hassan making fun of the Bad Bunny interaction and the Project Veritas situation where Mike allegedly helped someone get near AOC without realizing who they were. From there, Mike's politics become a bit of a brand question. There's a reoccurring accusation that he adopted the aesthetic of
He is Aiden. He's the Aiden. He's the Aiden. He's the Aiden of the Hassan circle.
communism or socialism without always having the cleanest ideological grounding. Now, I'm not saying you need to pass a theory exam to be on the left. Okay, half of the internet thinks mutual aid means Venmoing a streamer because he got ratioed. But Mike's problem is that he constantly presents himself as intellectually above everyone else. So when he can't explain something clearly, it lands worse. If your brand is, I know politics and you don't, then you should probably know politics. Then we have the TwitchCon Sabra to Arab tier list.
Mike.
Me personally, I'm putting him in Love Sabra. Yeah.
Love Sabra.
Love Sabra. Love Sabra.
Yeah.
I would put it down there.
Sit
down.
This was the panel where people were ranked on a tier list with Love Sabra at one end and Arab on the other.
That's the family he left? Oh, that explains so much. Aiden is Mike's son? Oh, I get it now.
Sabra is a term for somebody from Israel. It's also a popular hummus brand. And Mike got placed jokingly in the Love Sabra category because he looks Jewish. Then there is the ban controversy. Mike reportedly got a 1-week ban after his famous comments calling Jews demonic. Mike has constantly accused other people of bigotry, racism, fascism, etc., etc. You can't spend all day calling everyone else evil and then be like, oopsies, Jews are demons.
Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity, this demonic ethnicity, wholly invented.
This is being...
The fuck? What defines the ethnicity? Like cultures, traditions, values? That's what defines the ethnicity, right? Like a consistent follow through on that stuff. Define ethnicity is a category of people who share a common cultural background, ancestry, homeland, language, or religious tradition. Yeah, okay, I'm right.
Generous and not harping on the fact that he initially said Jews are not an ethnic, which...
Like, why? Dude, that doesn't even mean... Like, ethnicity is not a compliment or like a subjective opinion. Ethnicity is a descriptor or it's a categorization. It's a grouping of ideas and whatever. But, you know, I don't expect Mike to know that.
Brings into question everything I said about him being intelligent.
Jew is not a fucking ethnic.
Oh, then we have Mike insinuating he would pay someone $100,000 to Destiny.
Running. They're not even like cowering and running away and screaming in fear. There's like, okay, well, they did it. We got our shots. Okay, is this guy done? Oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, we brought the white...
It's called shock, you fucking idiot. It's called shock. Anything that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
This
you good, bro?
is a death threat. He is offering money to anyone willing to Destiny.
This is where the internet holy war comes
into
like
play.
The
stream, you
okay,
freeloaders.
Slap is just slap, but some of it is truly more like, hey, you know how people say there are no more physical wars, it's just a war on information. Well, this is it, baby, but also there seems to be violent threats involved. My only piece of advice to Mike is that he could take it out on his couch.
Good, my God.
It's funny how much Mike spoke about how terrible it would be if Trump won.
Should we fear a Trump president? Everything else aside, all the other candidates aside, should we fear a Trump president?
I think the answer to that is absolutely, and you're delusional if you think you shouldn't.
I'm adopted, so that is mine. Oh, cool. I like adopted people. Typically, they have a unique worldview.
I'm saying that and the reason why I say that is as we could
you can donate. Okay, if you donate, you can donate on Kick. There won't be any TTS readouts, but I get a bigger percentage of the cut, so that means something, I think.
Listen, stupid as and pathetic the Democrats are. The Republicans are even more ruthless and evil.
And then turned around and said this once he won.
I'm so glad Kamala Harris lost. Can I just say that? Can I just say thank God Kamala Harris?
Bro is just evil. Bro is just evil for no reason.
Harris is not president of the United States. Can you imagine how dire things would be?
Now I'm not here.
Dude, people like Mike from PA and Mike from PA is like the more successful version of Westside Tyler. Okay, Westside Tyler wishes he could be Mike from PA because at least Mike from PA blundered his way into success onto Hassan's sphere, sucking his dick. Tyler doesn't even have a dick to suck, dude.
To defend Kamala Harris as a perfect candidate. She's not my mother. She's not paying my rent. She did not buy a Princess Mantis sticker, which is frankly pretty suspicious. And you can buy my stickers at smallbeanservices.com/collection/princess-mantis.
This is Duckbringer coded 100%, okay? Advertising your silly worm stickers, your silly bug stickers in the middle of a video in fucking small commentary YouTube is such a fucking Duckbringer thing to do. Holy.
But dang, we would be living in a very different world if Kamala was the president right now. Okay, so let's get into the latest Holy War side quest.
Mike from PA, camera pointed high. Full body never seen, and you know why. Holla!
Ethan Klein's lawsuits. Now, H3 fans, close your ears because you're not going to like to hear this. To be clear, I think suing small creators is bad. I think fair use is good. I think creators should be very careful about using lawsuits
Magoo, thank you so much for a 10 Australian. Thank you so much. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Save us APAC. You're right. We do need APAC's help. Lend me your power. Okay.
Suits to punish critics. There, okay? That's my
hello? Base department? Correct opinion. Detected?
tiny caveat. I also think you should probably add commentary to what you're watching. And now let's get back to the point. Charlie of Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero, and I still don't know why he's called Moist Critical, and Penguin Zero and Charlie, he made a video about the H3 versus iDubbbz lawsuit. He said he did not like Ethan's lawsuit. He said he generally dislikes creators suing each other.
I have never and will never be a fan of extreme litigation, and I have always been vocally advocating against creators going that nuclear path, and I always will. Of course, there are cases where it is understandable. Like I said, going after the Snarkers that sent a fraudulent CPS thing through and the skulls and stuff, that one I do understand. But this one, I could never support that. And I just can't see the real just cause behind it. And I think it is a terrible example for other creators in the space to follow, where maybe they believe that even though this is about like a Canadian defamation lawsuit, well, maybe they can try their luck in the States. You know, it's not like defamatory lawsuits are exclusive to Canada. There's better protections here, no doubt, but still, if they take from this that maybe the way to fight battles online is to go the litigious route, well, then it's just a huge mess across the board.
He also said that iDubbbz handled his stream badly. This was a perfectly reasonable take. Florida man in a white short gives his thoughts, and that's perfectly okay. And now that iDubbbz has apologized, Charlie kind of wins, because Ethan suing everyone is not suddenly good, but Charlie's point was Ethan's lawsuit can be bad, and iDubbbz putting that disgusting Destiny screenshot on screen for 40 minutes can also be bad. And then iDubbbz came out and basically said just that.
Hello, Flirt Girl.
I don't want to take away from the purpose of this video, and that is to apologize to Ethan Klein and his family, especially his kids. Basically, Ethan is suing me for having rebroadcasted a statement made by Destiny on my stream. I did display the very disgusting comment for 40 minutes, and it was wrong. It was a comment from Destiny, and I even said that I don't agree with it, but it sort of highlights how I knew that it was a wrong thing to put out there into the universe and show people. You know, regardless of the point I was making, it was wrong. I was angry, and I was like, how do I get this guy to, one, not clip me, not mock me and harass me on his live stream, and two, this guy's a fucking bully. I'm angry. I'm angry that this multimillionaire is silencing people and suing people who have a much smaller audience than he does, and you know, can barely defend themselves. And so I'm angry. I don't like bullies. So I wanted to do something that would have an impact, and you know, without checking in with myself of whether or not that was a right or wrong thing to do. I justified it in my head at the time. I was like, okay, well, it's not my words, and it's actually said by a really bad guy, Destiny. Not a fan of that guy.
He said it was bad. And that is basically Charlie's take, okay? And that's the end of the story. Except, here's where Mike from PA comes in.
Mike, you're in the new Moist video because I posted on Twitter. I thought he didn't use Twitter.
Dream chat, putting things on my radar.
I think the hair stick is sticking together. I'm not sure what it looks like. I'm sure it looks fucking horrible, but who knows?
And naturally, what people are probably going to be sending are the popular things, because that's what they've seen. So that's usually what I get sent.
So he got sent a 1,000 like tweet of a 1,000 follower account. That made it to him. But not that Ethan Klein lost his lawsuit against Denims. Going on for over a year. Right. It has been a major topic of conversation of everybody. You just proved my point that you're on Twitter. I didn't care. If you take 5 days to talk about Denim's lawsuit, that's fine. But you jumped on Kaya Gate. You jumped on Kaya Gate right away. Are you trying to say that's not an online story for only always online nerds? And it's been over a year for the Ethan Klein lawsuit. And she won. You never covered it for a year.
As per usual, Mike's argument is basically Charlie says he's not online, but he covered Kaya Gate and he covered Lego and other viral stories. So why didn't he cover Denim? Huh? When he covered Denim? Here's the thing, okay? Charlie doesn't need to cover every single tweet Mike decides is mandatory reading, okay? He's not Mike from PA's unpaid intern, okay? He's not the mayor of Fairview City. He's a millionaire with a basketball court in his house, okay? He can do whatever he wants. And he never said
Does he actually have a basketball court in his house?
Said that Ethan should sue everyone. Mike also mocks Charlie for saying that he is not online as much anymore, which I think is severe copium because Mike is clearly way too online and is maybe never not online, which is unhealthy, Mike, okay? Vitamin D is calling your name. What annoys me is Mike doesn't simply say, "Hey Charlie, I think denims is relevant and you missed an important part of the story." That would be fine, okay? Charlie can be
What's with that Australian
incomplete
accent?
or late or even wrong, okay? Just because Mike is a failed YouTuber and streamer doesn't mean he needs to shit on Charlie for being superior to him. The hypocrisy is wild because Mike accuses Ethan of using serious issues to attack enemies, but Mike does this constantly. He talks about Gaza, then he pivots to Ethan. He talks about fascism, then celebrates Kamala Harris losing. He talks about fair use, then threatens to invoke the DMCA when people criticize him.
Mike would respond by soft-handedly threatening to DMCA Asmin.
And I just want to say this. I straight up don't consent to any insults, any watching of my content. If you watch any of my content, you don't have a license, I will DMCA you. That is what I'm going to say. Any kind of
that seems kind of shameless.
Bad faith interpretations of what I'm saying, any attempt to make me seem to be saying something I don't believe or don't say is absolutely not allowed. I don't give you any consent to review my content. I don't give you any
Charlie doesn't have a basketball court or hoop in his house that you know of.
consent to defame me.
So if this video goes down for any particular reason, just blame this greaseball.
Ooh, yeah, I went there, Mikey. This is fair use for me, but not for thee, because I'm tired of people bringing up the Bad Bunny thing.
How did this not make it the Nims Cringe of the Year compilation?
The truth is, Mike needs Charlie to be worse than he is, because if Charlie
To be fair, Mike from PA is fairly big, even as a Hassan waiting room, isn't he? Yeah, because, yeah, exactly, yes.
is a guy who,
for the record, there's nothing wrong with being Hassan's waiting room. It's just that he fucking sucks.
Gave a moderate take and missed some context, then Mike's
No, there is something wrong with being Hassan's waiting room, and that's being Hassan's waiting
outrage
room.
looks ridiculous. And with Idubbbz apologizing, Charlie's original framing looks a lot more reasonable. He didn't say Ethan was a saint. He didn't say lawsuits are good. He said Idubbbz went too far, and then Idubbbz said, I went too far. And that is why Mike fits so perfectly into the internet holy war, because the holy war is not really about facts. It's about whose side you're on. And I guess that makes Mike a saint from PA. Charlie is not the villain here for saying, I don't like these lawsuits. That's actually a normal thing to say. In fact, it might be the healthiest sentence anyone has said in this entire drama. Charlie looks even less like a fence sitter and more like a guy who is trying to be normal in a room full of people throwing chairs. Yes, I think that Ethan should probably stop suing creators. But no, Charlie does not owe Mike an apology for not covering every lawsuit in the order Mike personally prefers. The fact that Charlie had to make a whole other video just to explain himself because Mike from PA yelled hard enough is insane. Anyways, I don't know. My voice hurts. And that is Mike from PA. Subscribe, buy my stickers, donate to me on Ko-Fi, become a channel.
This is definitely worm bringing coded. Just, hey, cool. Why does she cover Queeman? Girl with the microphone, her career is tanked. Is this roasting her or is this like denims? Why you should love this content creator? Sorry, okay, I'm so curious.
Hard, you know what I mean? And obviously no one is perfect, and there isn't a single person on the internet that has never done anything wrong. And Kate
Oh, no. This is it seems like this is a video that's praising her. Because girl with the microphone in the comments, pinned comment, Homestar Runner in a video about me, I have arrived. Great. I like how all of her titles and thumbnails is the opposite of what the video content is. It's great. God save the queen. This is my favorite video from her, just simply because of how stupidly funny and niche it is. Because it's like, hey, have you heard of this person called Queeman? Yeah, so let me explain all of this schizodrama so then you can understand the context. Oh my god, dude.